Olympus was quiet, but not at peace. Behind the shining pillars and marble thrones, resentment was brewing. Zeus, the king of the gods, had become cruel. He ruled by fear, crushed dissent, and punished without mercy. Even his closest allies began to wonder, had he become like Kronos? At the heart of the rebellion stood Hera, the queen. She had suffered the most, betrayed time and again, humiliated by Zeus's endless affairs. But Hera was no victim. She was the goddess of queenship, a strategist, and the only one bold enough to challenge the throne. With her stood Poseidon, brother of Zeus, master of the seas. "Why should the sky rule the sea?" he grumbled. "We are equal brothers." And Athena, daughter of Zeus and goddess of wisdom, saw the cracks in Olympus. "He leads with force, not reason," she said. It's time Olympus had balance. They devised a plan both simple and daring. Strike while he sleeps, use divine chains forged by Hephaestus, god of the forged chains no one could break. They would bind the king, strip him of power, and force him to share the throne. Not kill him, but humble him. One night, as the stars turned over Olympus, they acted. They crept in silence. The air shimmered with tension as they slipped the chains over his arms, his legs, his chest. The sky went silent. And when Zeus awoke, he roared, but he could not move. The king of the gods was bound. Panic swept the mountain. Some gods stood frozen. Others rejoiced. Finally, the tyrant was humbled. Hera called a council. Olympus must be ruled by all, not one. Poseidon raised his trident. Let the realms be divided anew. But no god dared to sit on Zeus's throne, not yet. Deep in the underworld, word reached an ancient ally. Briareus, the hundred-handed giant, whom Zeus had freed from Tartarus during the war with the Titans. Loyal to the core, Briareus rose from the depths and raced to Olympus. With strength unmatched, he tore through the halls and stood before the chained king. 100 hands moved at once. The chains shattered. Zeus rose in silence. No words, no speeches, just a gaze of pure wrath. Thunder shook the sky. The gods scattered. Hera, the mastermind, was seized. Zeus bound her in golden chains and hung her from the heavens, suspended between sky and earth. She cried for mercy, but he let her hang until her pride broke. Poseidon and Athena were banished for a year. Stripped of power, they wandered the mortal world in shame. Zeus re-established his throne, but he had learned one thing: power alone is not enough. Olympus would never again be fully united. Suspicion had been born, and the cracks in the heavens would never fully heal. Even the gods are not immune to rebellion, and when a king forgets to listen, his own family may rise against him.